Chapter 5. Poor Ishaan. Every child has some talent. It needs a good teacher like Mr. Verma to spot, and Ishaan hated school. It wasn't that his teachers were that bad. Actually, they tried their best with Ishaan. It was that he was uninterested in practically everything related to school.
I would rather draw or play baseball anyway,
he would mutter. Last open house, Ishaan waited up for his mom and dad to return home so he could hear the reports his teachers gave about him.
Ishaan, all your teachers say the same thing.
His father said firmly.
You just don't put enough efforts in your subjects. Ishaan, you could do a lot better if you tried harder.
Poor Ishaan. He did try. Dad didn't know how much he tried. School stuff just didn't come easy like it did for his older sister Jane. That was another problem. Every teacher who discovered Jane was Ishaan's sister said the same thing. What a lovely girl and wonderful student. She never gave me a bit of trouble.
Let's face it, I'll always be a terrible student.
Ishaan thought. Well, it was during spring that things took a turn for better for poor Ishaan. Every year, the 7th graders put on an Easter performance, singing, dancing and reciting poetry. Photographer usually appeared on the opening day and took pictures for the local newspaper. As usual, Ishaan was doodling his little drawings while Mr. Verma was choosing students for various activities in the show. This is boring, thought Ishaan as he escaped into his world of cartoons. He was so deep in his day drama that he didn't notice Mr. Verma standing directly in front of him.
Oh,
he whispered to himself. He took away his drawings and said firmly,
Ishaan, see me after class.
As the bell rang for lunch, everyone flied out. Everyone except poor Ishaan. He walked slowly up to his teacher's desk, wondering what his punishment would be. Mr. Verma's response was a surprise.
Ishaan Sharma, do not doodle during class again. You know my feelings about that. I'm surprised at you. Now, these drawings show me that you are quite an artist. We are going to use your talent in the Easter show. Would you like to be in charge of all the scenery, artwork and staging, Ishaan?
Wow, he couldn't believe it. Mr. Verma wanted him to do all of that by himself. What fun! The ideas were already flooding his brain. Finally, Ishaan had the chance to really prove what he could do.
Ishaan, if you really don't want to do it, I could pick another student. No, I do, Mr. Verma. I'll get right to work.
As Ishaan rather clumsily left the classroom, tripping over the waste basket first, Mr. Verma smiled broadly. He knew this would give his unmotivated student the confidence and recognition he desperately needed. The next few weeks were hectic ones for Ishaan. He would finish his homework during lunchtime and work on the stage during recess and after school. Only 2 other students were chosen to help. But Mr. Verma stressed upon Ishaan. He as was in charge. Bunnies sprang to life. Flowers popped through vibrant green grass. Ishaan felt a tremendous sense of excitement. His mom certainly did not need to push her son to school these mornings.
What color should I paint the baskets, Ishaan?
Rohan asked one afternoon.
Light brown, but be careful not to get the color on the eggs. Let me cover the eggs with newspaper so they won't get in your way.
Rohan waited, brush in hand, while the slight boy carefully covered the Easter eggs with paper.
Thanks, Ishaan,
he said cheerfully and went back to work. Well, finally it was done. Mr. Verma took a last look while entire 7th grade watched him. Ishaan waited, holding his breath.
Maybe wouldn't like it. Maybe I should have painted the bunnies yellow. Maybe... Ishaan Sharma, you have done a remarkable job. I'm so very proud of you. I have never seen a more beautiful and authentic stage.
Then he heard clapping. They were clapping for Ishaan and it felt so wonderful. His parents would be here tonight. They would smile in the audience as they gazed at the scenery their son had created. Ishaan felt a part of the class now. He was respected and admired of his talent by his friends. As he looked once again at the beauty